Hey guys, I'm just going to do a quick video. It's my first YouTube video, so kind of bear with me. I'm a little camera shy still. I thought that I'd start a video vlog, I guess, and just kind of show some of my cross stitch stuff that I do, and do maybe a monthly video and just do the updates of my works in progress as I go. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some general life updates in there as I go as well. I've been cross stitching for about 4 years now. I started out, I was working I'm a nurse, I was working in a unit, and a co-worker was trying to teach everybody how to cross stitch, and I was the one it stuck with, and I've been kind of obsessed ever since. No longer working with that co-worker, but I'm still cross stitching. I live in a kind of a small town. There's not a lot of people here that cross stitch, so I end up looking for friends online that cross stitch instead. You know, just to where I can see other people's progresses and learn different tips and stuff like that from them. The first project I'm working on, I guess, is made by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It's called the Woodland Sampler. Each month you get a different pattern. As you can see, I'm kind of caught up with it. I gotta start April, but usually I'm completely behind on these things. I don't know if you can see the detail. It's got some sparkles in it. It's a really cute design. It's really neat. There are a lot of people that follow it on Instagram. As they do their updates, they'll hashtag it, you know, the Woodland Sampler. And it's a really, really neat project. It's a lot of fun to stitch. Most of the months are pretty quick, so you feel like you get the finish in. I am a hoop girl. I have a love-hate relationship with them. I love them because they get the best tension, but I hate them because you have the extra fabric flopping around everywhere. And I'm part of a forum, and when I first started cross stitching, I was definitely a one work per time. You know, I only working one thing at a time. I never had, you know, never had two going on, much less now that I have three. The forum has enabled me to become a serial starter, and right now I've got 3 projects going on. I've just started that one this year, obviously, and this is one that I've recently started for a co-worker. It's a custom chart made by one of the girls on the forum. It ends up saying, because someone we love is in heaven, there's a little bit of heaven in our home. I'm going to stitch one myself that's going to have a background. This is just going to be just the words. I want it to be a little bit of a quicker stitch than the one with the background. It will be solid stitches. It's got, you know, different backgrounds. It's really pretty. It was a custom chart. It's a really cool lady made it for me. It was really cheap to get it done, actually. And she worked with me too, like every time if I had a question or if I didn't like a color or something, she kept working with me and didn't take any money until I liked it, and then, you know, sent me the chart. I mentioned, touching on the hoops, I am trying to do the Q-snaps. Not really getting along great with them. They do have the tension that the hoops have, but they're so chunky. I don't know if it's because I got the cheap version of the Q-snaps instead of the true, you know, Q-snap brand, whoever makes them. I don't like it. To me, I had originally made a Huggy. It was my first sewing adventure. I'm not going to even show you all the details of it because it's so horrible and so not sewn straight and gapped in places and horrible. But it was my first sewing project ever. I just started that, you know, here recently. I've never sewn in my life. This is one that I've had for a while going on. It's Starry Night by Ladybug Designs. It's one that I had to have, and I stalked it for a while and kept going back to it and wanted to stitch Starry Night and looked at all the different companies and finally settled with the Ladybug Design. I did cheat and have them kit it up for me instead of buying the pattern and kitting it up myself. They kitted it with DMC floss, and they had the fabric already ready for me. Everything was ready to go. I was really impressed by their site. It was a nice big chart. To where you could see it. All the symbols are, you know, not similar to where they get confused easy. I was really impressed by the chart. And I'm ashamed to say that I only have a page and a half done of it. I don't know if you can even see kind of how big it's gonna be. That's what I've got done of it now. I love the colors. It's been an exceptionally long piece to cross stitch. It's one that I keep going back to. Like when I start a new one, I'll put this one down and go back to the new one or whatever. My husband tells me all the time that, I need to hurry up and stitch us something that I'm stitching for other people instead of us. But it's fun to give people. I don't know. That's fun to me. It's fun to make gifts. Some people say they never ever give any of their stitching stuff away. I talked to a patient family member one time. She was like, "There's no way I would ever part with something I cross stitched after I put that much time into it." But to me, it's a neat way I can make something for somebody. I'm not a great, cook or I don't make quilts. It's something I can give to somebody else. I got these boxes. I'm sorry, I'm so random and jumping everywhere. This is one of my favorite little stash pieces. I got these little boxes at Target for like $3.99. They are the Target brand, but they're really made by the Sterilite people, so I don't understand why there's a difference. But they're just small and thin, and they do clamp on, and that's what I keep my projects in as I change out between. It's easy just to kind of grab the box and go wherever I'm going. I generally stitch at home. This is kind of my stitching area, or I'll sit on the recliner with my husband while he watches TV or plays video games or plays his guitar. He's a big musician, well, not a big musician, he's big into music. He loves to play guitar and all, cross stitch while he plays music. I do have I guess I should tell you more about myself. I live in Georgia. If you can't tell me my southern accent, and I'm from the South. Sound like a hick. I do have a son. He is 16 months old. He has just started walking. He did have some health problems, so last year I didn't get to stitch a lot at all. Last year was my I don't think I maybe stitched 100 stitches last year. I don't know if you can hear me in the background screaming now, actually. So my New Year's resolution, since he was healthier and everything was, all that was past us, was that I was going to stitch more. And so far I've been doing really good. Unfortunately, that's just enabled me to look for more projects and more ways to meet other stitchers, and starting a YouTube vlog, which will just take up more time from stitching, but we'll figure it out. I am in the process of purchasing a Artisan Design Ergo floor stand. I've done research on floor stands since I've started cross stitching. Haven't been able to decide on one. I keep going back to that one as my main. That's the one that stands out to me the most. I just hadn't been able to find anybody who had it who could tell me if they liked it or not. Actually, on that same forum, there's a gentleman who lives in the same town that they're made. They're actually handmade in Oklahoma. And he's actually been by the place, I guess. I don't know if it's the store, if it's in their home or what, but he's been there and he's messed with the stand, and he said he was really impressed with the way it was made. So I am going to end up ordering that Ergo floor stand soon, and I hope to do a little review on it, or just kind of show you guys what it looks like, because that's what I was looking for the longest and couldn't find anything. I guess that's everything for now. This just wraps up my first vlog, whatever. Thanks so much for watching.